Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So listen. So I'm doing this for Accent Boy, but I'm also doing it for other people. Like I'm gonna do this one. I know I said I tried to get the Cash Apps. Hey, listen, I'm not even gonna even keep telling y'all. Like, if you, it's how you feel with your money. Me, I know that generosity reciprocates. So, I'm not gonna like be stingy and not, especially if somebody teaching me something, I'm gonna support them. But I said I would talk a little bit more about this manifestation, man. This is one of the most important things in our lives. This is the most important thing in our life. Like, I was talking to my son, and I told my son that the difference with Texas is back then I didn't know how to manifest like this. You can be religious, you can be spiritual, and somebody could tell you a million times. But if you don't know how to execute manifestation, then you're going to manifest the wrong things. See? You're going to manifest the wrong things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all a whole lot of game on this one. A whole lot of game. And shame on any of you big content creators that try to watch me in secret and run with this. It ain't gonna go well for you. You don't support, it ain't gonna go well for you. So I ain't even gotta do nothing. You gonna manifest some problems in your life by doing people like that, by copycatting off of people and not supporting. So I'm about to give y'all a whole lot for nothing, for free, because a lot of what I do is I'm for the people. I'm a prophet to the people. I'm for the Most High. And the Most High wants y'all to learn the things that I'm about to share with you that I learned from him. The hard way sometimes. But you know, let me break this down for you. So, manifestation. I'm going to show you how it works. Number one. Forgive everybody. You got to be careful who you deal with, but forgive everybody, no matter how harsh the situation is. I went up to my wife, because she's still my wife on paper. I went up to her, it's nothing personal, man. She has a lot of good qualities, man. Relationships nowadays just don't work like that. Especially when you start being too friendly and things like that. You'll destroy your relationship. But I forgive her. I said no hard feelings. And we shook hands. And I mean it. There's no hard feelings. Because I'm finna manifest some stuff, y'all. You can't be like, even if you got a small grudge, a small alt with somebody, you need to go up to them and say, no hard feelings. Give them some dap. And you know what's crazy? So the other day, right, I saw the main dude that I was getting into it with at the old job. Like, he was putting stuff in the boss's head. Me and him was going back and forth. We dapped up and hugged. And we had a conversation. And I had no ill feelings whatsoever towards that man. And it seemed like he didn't either. I believe I gained his respect because he couldn't run over me like he did them other people. Some people will respect you over that. Dude is a crafty dude. He's a smart dude now. So, I ain't no hard feelings. We both said that, no hard feelings. Say, man, I told them the truth. I said they was making us do that with the phone. said, I didn't care about that phone. I know they want to make calls and stuff. That phone, them dudes actually wasn't like terrible. Like sometimes you have to tell them, hey man, ain't no talking. You have to put the rules on them. But most of the time, those guys was, they wasn't that bad. They had their moments, just like we all do. But it was the superiors that was creating the majority of the problems with their favoritism and their confusion. And that's important in manifestation. On your end, you have to forgive. I forgive all of them there. That's in the past. Some of them, I can't even remember their names. Because only time I talk about it is when I'm expressing some point or something. I'm past that place. I don't need them to make money. I'm going to manifest money, y'all. This the way it's going to be. It's going to happen. And this is how you have to think. The Bible says, wait, give me a second. The Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. The Bible also says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, these things are important to forgive, to get your mind right, so that you can have a clean mind when you're ready to bring forth. All I got to know is you're a human being. Okay, then you can manifest. But it's the Most High he's not going to change the way that we do it. Sometimes the sons of the Most High are involved. Sometimes it's just the atmosphere that he created. And just like he created the atmosphere that we live in, we can create the atmosphere that we want to continue to live in. And we will. We all create our atmosphere with our actions and with our thoughts. So, I'm about to break this all the way down for y'all. And I'm not concerned about money right now. Money is coming. Leroy Thompson, the Christian preacher, what he did with the money cometh, we all criticized him because we didn't understand it. And he continues to need to be criticized only for using that, but like on his end, hey man, if a person gains how they gain from that type of stuff, like, you just gotta let them be. Money coming to me. No, this dude had people giving him money. The whole stairs was full of money that people gave him. Because he know how to manifest. So, that's why they call it manna. The food came down after they believed that the Most High would supply it. That's why they called it manna. It actually was something else, but they called it manna, short for manifest. Now you see how the Most High did that? The manna. Read the story about the manna. Read the story about the manna. The manifest. It could have been manifest. It could have been manifest. It didn't come until they stopped complaining and started believing. So, next thing, remember, and this is a no matrix pillar. Never let no person dictate to you the level of your intelligence or what you can produce. This is why it's important who you have around you. If you can't get the right people around you, you need to be by yourself. You want something in life, right? Okay then. If you can't get people, and the Bible teaches this principle, if you can't get people to touch and agree, then you need to be by yourself. In the mirror, affirming and manifesting. That's why when people call me stupid and stuff like, I'll be done with them. I'll cook you first. I'm going to cook you first. And when I'm done cooking you, I'm going to forgive you and I'm not dealing with you. Because you can't, next thing, you can't allow people to disrespect you and still be in your life. Especially if you putting your penis in them. But you got to forgive them though. Don't hold it against them. They got their reasons for whatever, good or bad, for what they do. And if you're a woman, if you opening up to give him that pleasure, it should be somebody who respects you. I wouldn't care, look, and I'm not condoning it, if you was a prostitute. You better deal with Johns, and I'm only proving the point. Do not come on here acting like I'm condoning stuff. You better even deal with Johns that respect you. A lot of prostitutes is dead. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I could prove this with any situation, because it still works the same. So, you forgive. You get your mind right. As a man thinketh, so is he. As a woman thinketh, as a child thinks. It's a reason why we live in the United States, but people can come over here and get richer than us. So, Cain and Abel. What was the problem? Abel knew how to manifest, Cain didn't. Let me explain it to you. Cain thought that it was up to him and his physical strength. Abel knew that it was another force at work that owned everything. So Abel was like, okay, if I give him this back, he gonna give me even more. Gave it to him. Abel knew in his mind and in his heart that the Most High can be trusted. That's the next thing. You got to trust the Most High. Now, here's the issue. If your God ain't God, it ain't going to work. This is why you got to keep it basic. Stick to what you know for sure. That's why I don't use them names. I believe totally different now. I know there's a Most High. And I know that he is the Most High. And so I worship the one who created the heavens and earth. I don't forget those names and stuff. I don't trust them. But when I worship the one who created the heavens and the earth, he sees that and he inhabits that, because he knows that my knowledge is limited. But my faith can be unlimited. Just like Abel. I worship like Abel. I had to learn this. All that Jesus this, Jesus that. No disrespect towards you. You can make it in if your heart is right. But I can't take that chance with none of these names. I'm dealing with the facts. And I'm dealing with stuff, even if I can't prove it as a fact, if I can experience it from a spiritual level, then I'm gonna treat it like it's a fact. And I know that he has sons. I know his sons are at work. Let's keep going. I'm gonna keep this on surface level. I'm not gonna go too deep. But I'm gonna go a little deep. We're gonna go a little under the surface. Just a little bit. So you have to forgive. You have to get your thoughts right. You have to learn how to trust the one who is God. Let that all your religion go. Let it go. You're not going to be able to manifest right using, in Jesus' name I pray. No, son. Look, let me just keep going. I'm going to keep going. Anybody that manifested in that name, they manifested only because they believed in what they was trying to produce. But we ain't gonna deal with that, because you can get in the door with that. But if you want to elevate, you're going to have to do it dealing with facts that you can prove. I can look around and see this has been created. And I can make the decision, you know what? The one who created this, that's my God. Apart from any man and his teachings. So then you have to either be by yourself if you can't find people that's going to agree with you. Because it's as powerful if you got 2 people or 3 people or 4 people that all know how to bring forth and they agree. They got that. Next thing, you got to get your egos in check. Your ego will get in the way of healing and miracles and deliverance and everything else. And this is what y'all don't know about ego. That negative stuff is ego too. It takes a lot of ego for you to be strung out on drugs. The nerve of you. You see what I'm talking about? You got to get your ego in check. What does this mean? This means that you get your ego to be in line with your purpose and what you want. The material possessions you want. The physical level of health you want. You got to get your ego in the way. Man, there's too much bad that happened to me. No, stop talking like that. Your ego is negative. Next thing, you got to learn how to talk in line with how you think. Your thoughts should produce a language that comes out of your mouth that is what you want to have. Now y'all got to understand this about manifestation. You can't affect human will with it. Because you're not God. The Most High don't even really like to press and prod too much on human will. Unless he has to do something that he wants to do. So all that talking about you're going to manifest a husband? No, you're not. You're not. You're not going to manifest, get nobody to act the way you want. Learn that, understand that. You got to put out your standards and demands, and whoever agrees to them and does it, then that's who you deal with. If they stop doing it, goodbye. Why? Because you should have so many dreams and visions and expectations as a man and even as a woman. Next thing, you got to be pure and righteous in these things. You can't be the type of woman that you won't deal with a man based on what he has. If you know how to manifest and this dude is acting the way you want, then you touch and agree with him. You get him on your page and follow his lead. If you the man, you touch and agree and get them to follow your lead and on your page. Because if they not, any woman that's not following your lead, you're not going to, like, yo, man, you're going to have to sever that. You're going to have to separate, literally. Like, you have, even if you have to, it's a way to do it. No hard feelings. That should be everybody's new saying. Hey, no hard feelings. When you leave out of that person's presence, leave them there if they was causing problems for you. I can get money from jobs, businesses, and whatever else. There's no reason for me to put up with people who not in agreement with me or don't respect me. If you stay at a job like that, you got to sever. You got to get in that mirror like, I'm just there. I have no covenant with these people. My covenant is with myself. And then that way the discord will be blocked. My covenant is with myself. If you choose to stay on the job, my covenant is with myself. And you expect to have money whether you work there or not. Next thing, you got to get your heart to agree with your mind. Because anything that your heart agrees with your mind on, when you say it, it's coming. You can rest assured. Everybody is either little gods or little devils. The devil know how to manifest too. If you ain't a little version of the Most High God, then you're a little version of Satan. Ain't no in between. So all that, I ain't going to church. You better bring the church to your house. You better get that negative attitude out of you, because you don't know who the people of God are and who they not. And you'll have something against everybody, and that will block your manifestation too. The devil know that. The devil is trying to get you to lose your soul. That's how the devil gets you to act like that. You think when you see a person like me, or even another believing person, all you do, accusation. You want to say I'm a hypocrite. You hope I'm a hypocrite. That's going to block your manifestation. You want to manifest everything, including at the end, you want your soul to rest in the kingdom of the Most High. But how can you be against the people that's down with him and you go to be there at that kingdom? That ain't how it works. This is why you got to forgive. You got to stop being so judgmental. This is why he said, the same measure you measure should be measured to you again. So the way that you want to be judged is the way that you judge. But you still need standards. Don't think you can live like a devil and just forgive everybody and everything gonna be okay. That's not how it works. You got to check your ego at the door. You gonna make it to heaven through your humility. Even more so than your works, because you gonna have bad works. But to manifest, you got to get your works right too. You don't got to be the man. Listen, I drink, I play the lottery, I go to the casino. That stuff, people that do, Christians that don't do that is still broke. People be in the casino winning 30,000, 100,000, and Christians house be in foreclosure. And they get mad, man, they hear about it. It be their cousin. Man, how you get that? Because he manifested that. Come on now, he make it rain on the just as well as the unjust. You be like, man, I can't get the police this, police that. Man, the police, I used to think like that too. Now, I don't want to bother with them, and I know I get mad if they picking with me because I'm black, but at the same time, I ain't worried about them. My soul and my physical body is in the Most High's hand. And you can play if you want to. You can play if you want to. You got to get your heart and your mind to agree. And then what you say, you're going to have that. You're going to have that. It's this one guy. Like, so unfortunately he had cancer, right? And he a cool guy. But I noticed something. Like, man, you be talking to people like they gonna get it too. No, they not. I'm gonna get every test there is, and I'm not worried. Now, I did tell the Most High I don't ever want to deal with that. I got too much to do. So that's my manifesting. I'm manifesting that I'm going to have health. And I talk to the Most High about all type of stuff. You can't even tell people all the time what you talk. That's between you and him. You can't tell people everything you and the Most High talk about. The devil listening too. So let's get into a little more details with this. I want to show you how this works, right? Okay. So this is a napkin, right? Let's say I want this napkin and I don't have it. Okay, I threw it over there. I don't have it. I don't have it, but I want it. The first thing, think about the napkin. I'm thinking about it. I'm seeing myself. I'm closing my eyes. I'm seeing myself with the napkin in my hand, right? So now it's in my hand. This is what I'm seeing in my mind, the napkin in my hand. Although, let's say the reality right now, currently, I don't have the napkin. Now, I'm just using the napkin as an example. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you. So, in my mind, though, I have it. Because I start out, I want the napkin. Currently, it's not in my hand, right? In my mind, though, I got to start. In my mind, it's in my hand. So I'm even seeing the napkin in my hand. Now look, it's not in my hand, but in my mind, it's in my hand. You get what I'm telling you? Now, I close my eyes. I learn to visualize that the napkin is in my hand. So we got the first step. Now I need to start to expect that napkin to really be in my hand. And I got to talk like I know I'm going to get it. That's number one. I can't never say nothing that would suggest that I'm not going to get it. When you brushing your teeth, that's the best time to get to talking to your situation. Y'all are talking about AI and robots gonna control everything. We really could put all of these dudes out of business, and they know it. We be too generous. Y'all talking about black people this and this, white people this, don't like black people don't like white people. All this stuff keeps you from manifesting, and they know it. This is how the devil is able to keep her people in the world. You conjure up those evil spirits. They supposed to be waiting for judgment. But because we don't think right, that's why they give us all this stuff. I could literally watch horror movies from sun up to sundown and not do anything. because I know how my mind is supposed to work. But some people watch one horror movie and become a serial killer. This is how people do all type of abominable acts because they don't control their mind. They don't know how the mind is supposed to work. And then you got other people that their mind is unfortunately malfunctioning. So you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to do it for them too. Autism shouldn't even be a thing or any of this stuff. This stuff exists. Well, I gotta watch how I say this, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I can't put too much on here. So, the napkin is the example I used. Now I got the napkin. I got the napkin. So now my actions are, what do I need to do physically to get the napkin? But in my mind, I already got it. In my heart, I already got it. And I'm saying, I got the napkin. It's mine. It's mine. Now, next thing, you want to have a picture of it. This is mine. Can't nobody tell me this is what I want. This, I'm going to get it. YNs are YNs because they don't know how to manifest. They're manifesting the wrong thing because they're taking the wrong information from the wrong people. You don't need to kill nobody. You should be able to smack somebody upside their head without even touching them. You ever heard the phrase living rent free in somebody's head? That came from somebody that know about manifestation. I bet you the first person that said that, I'm living rent free in his head, they know about manifestation. You cannot tell me what I'm at. I'll be on James Edition, figuring out, okay, I like this one. Okay, this the style I like. Y'all be like, soon as somebody brings something up, you thinking about your paycheck. Not manifestation. Manifestation is you, when you don't have a paycheck, visualizing having one. And stop taking things out on your kids. Stay positive. Next thing. If you are upset or frustrated, it's because you don't believe or you don't have expectation and goals. How are you upset? Do you not believe that you're going to get what you want and need? Because take it from me, I'll admit it. I'll come clean and admit that there's been a lot of time with me where I was upset because I didn't quite understand this. Now, you going to still get upset like somebody cut you off on the road. But after that, just let it go. You got too much thing. Ain't there food you want to eat? Vacations you want to take? Cars and clothes you want? A level of health you want? If you fat and you don't want to be fat. If you skinny and you don't want to be skinny. Dude, y'all spend too much time trying to hump. What do you think you're going to manifest from sex? Only thing you're going to manifest from sex is maybe pleasure if you're doing it with the right person. Maybe kids and maybe STDs. That's why sex is not important. That's supposed to be recreation, amusement. You need recreation in your life. That's sex's job. Yeah, dudes because they thang long or they think it's long. They want to have sex with everybody. Man, where your goals at? You don't understand manifestation. Because if you understand manifestation, you could have that right there and you be like, she gonna feel me. and you banging her like you got 20 inches. Let's get off that example though. But y'all get the point I'm making. I can make this point in any situation with any topic. You had to learn how to manifest, man. You had to forgive your enemies, but know who's your enemy. If they're an enemy, you're not going to manifest anything with them but discord, violence, trouble, arguments, insults. So, no hard feelings. And just move on. Stop thinking because you related to somebody you have to deal with them. You gonna see me for who I am, or I'm not dealing with you. You not gonna see me for who you want. People try to talk to you like you ain't nobody. We ain't kids. You gonna see me for who I am, or I'm not gonna deal with you. But I'm not gonna hold no grudge against you either. It's unfortunate. So, you know how people say, can't nobody tell me nothing? I ain't gonna say nobody can't, but can't nobody tell me nothing that I can't benefit from. If I can't benefit from what you say in some way, I've learned, I'm wise enough to know. Either you get this or you get this. Yeah. Whether I'm related to you, I grew up with you, ran the street with you, it don't matter. You gonna see me for who I am. Because the minute I start, well, this dude don't see me for who I am. Now I'm finna show you that other side. Take it or leave it. You not finna keep me in a place where I was irrelevant. That's next thing. Don't let nobody cause irrelevancy on you. Have confidence, have faith, have standards. Believe in your God. If you don't want to go to hell, then you better start believing. And you better figure out a way to serve him and humble yourself. Because a lot of these people is teaching what they teach out of ego and pride. You can't tell me I done destroyed people in debate and they still believed what they believed. I'm telling you, man. They still kept hold of what they believed. You have to learn how to manifest. Whether it's you playing a fantasy league, even when you play video games, you want to win, right? That's just amusement, though. It don't matter as much. It's just for fun. But I'm talking about mainly your life. Who wants to be broke? Nobody should. It's not fun watching everybody else have what you want. That stuff ain't fun. You can't be bitter over nothing. If it didn't work, it didn't work. Didn't work out. Move on. Bigger and better things. Move on. I remember I sent a text to her, right? And in the text I said, I'm going to tell y'all this. I probably shouldn't. And I hope she don't get mad. But if she do, this is just for learning. I said that you, should I tell you? Okay, I said, okay, do I want to explain? Okay, I'm not going to tell what I put in there, but I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to explain to you in the story form. Okay, so imagine this. You have a couple. And the couple is having sex. One of them is cold with it, but the other one is kind of reluctant, kind of like, hold on. Okay, that's good enough. Before he can really get into his groove. And so he says something like, you ain't let me get into my groove in a long time. But you will be acting like other dudes is better at the groove. And you ain't even let me get in my groove. Women do this. Like they'll be giving up, telling you to hurry up. But then the dude that they want to like, they letting him just go all out. And then they'll try to say he's better when he actually ain't. It's just they allowed him to do what he do. This is happening in a lot. Like all these women acting like this next dude is better than their ex. It's not the case, man. Because think about it. If a woman says, hurry up, don't mess up the sheets, blah, 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 right? But then she divorces that dude she was telling that, or break up with that dude. And then the next dude, she not saying that. She letting him take his time, round 2, round 3. How can a person who does that say who's better? You get what I'm saying? But people do these type of things. That's why you gotta chalk up losses, move on. This is what people do. They'll open their legs all the way up. They'll go to Pilates and whatever else they gotta do to be able to open their legs for the next person. But they couldn't do it for the last person. Now, what attitude should the last person have? Especially if they knew that somebody was doing that or gonna do that. When you want to manifest, you got to forget about that. It's okay. It's okay. Next time you know, lay down the law. Like, look, when we do this and that, don't be trying to limit me. Let me do my thing all the way. And you know the truth. Sometimes people have to get exposed. I'm finna show you something. This is part of manifestation too. Sometimes people have to get exposed. Because when people get exposed sometimes, it clears the air. What do I mean by this? The atmosphere is part of manifestation. Sometimes you're going to have to expose people because it kind of will weaken false perceptions. Because with manifestation, you going to have opposition. Remember how Neo learned how to dodge Agent Smith bullets, no matter how many Agent Smiths it was? That's how you got to be. Because there's going to be people that's going to be doubting you the whole time. You got to have more faith than all of them. Your mama think that your sister is going to always have more money than you. Do you think that? No? Okay, manifest, pass her up. That's how it works. Because it don't matter what your mama think. We just passing through the earth. If your mama don't think right, then you have to dismiss what your mama think. To manifest, everybody, you have to view everybody on the same level, and that depends on how they act towards you. It don't matter if they relatives or not. Don't matter how long you've known them. Nobody gets free passes with manifestation. Oh, okay. You think I'm dumb. You think I'm slow. Not dealing with you. I forgive you. No hard feelings. But not dealing with you. Stay over there. Oh, you trying to talk to me like I'm slow? Not dealing with you. You making fun of how I talk and walk? No hard feelings. But not dealing with you. Get out of my face. I got stuff to eat. I got stuff to have. I got stuff to do. You in the way. That's how it work, y'all. Y'all get it? I hope so. Because I got stuff to do. It was free. But from now on, like y'all who don't support me, and I know you can, you're going to get more of this.